Welcome, everyone. This is the Ends Justify the Memes, the show where the lowest of the low, that is the most wretched of wretched and deplorable to end all deplorables. Two white, heterosexual Christian males from the American South talk about culture, philosophy, history, health, fitness, and what it means to be a man in the 21st century. I'll be your host, Bill, and this is my producer and co-host, Tank. And today we have guest Wes Wyleven. So crack open a beer and lend us your ear because the ends always justify the memes. Well, there we go.
Woo!
Woo! And tech's good this week. God has not smote me 2 weeks in a row with tech issues. So far, so good, except for really late and gay. But anyone that watches me over on All Minus One should have known that my daughter had a graduation this evening, which was a drive-through graduation, which basically meant we sat in a car for 2 hours for her to run up to a podium real quick and get a picture taken. So that was fun. Anyways, what's going on with you, Tank? We usually chat before the show, but not today.
I just been drinking, bro. That's it.
Well, Wes, why don't you tell the people about yourself since you are here, sir?
Oh, well, there's nothing much to talk about. I'm just your average guy who, I have a tendency to talk with folks on social media, YouTube, stuff like that. I started hanging out with people online on streams and whatnot by hanging out with a guy named Oozaloo. Who is currently in the process of being deplatformed, interestingly enough. His YouTube channel is suspended. Our Discord got wiped out. Not good times. But that being said, the only reason why I started on all this was because I used to live in Seattle. Right around this time and around this time last year, so a couple of interesting things started happening, and I was kind of caught in the middle of it. And I started talking about my experiences, about the stuff that was going on at the time. For those who don't remember, that was the Chaz or the Chop or what have you. And for some reason, people like me, so they keep inviting me to things. I'm currently, I would say I'm a pretty good friend, online friend of Yiz the Eunuch. I'm sure you guys know who that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm mainly here just to hang out, but I will say I am going to be starting to make videos. I'm currently recovering from a bit of an accident at the moment. But as soon as that gets fully healed up, I am going to start making videos of my own, talking about, going to originally start talking about things like Star Trek and social commentary on that, and because I honestly do believe that things like just like so many other things in popular culture, it has been taken over by the left, and we need to start taking things back, in my opinion.
Right. And sorry, I'm messing with the links right now in the chat. And you already have a YouTube channel. You just haven't been doing much with it here lately, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I do. You if y'all want to find me on anything, you just go on that social media, you type in Wes Wyleven, and odds are if I'm on there, you'll find me. I can't honestly say I'm active on it. But you'll find me.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but your accent is not native Seattleite, is it?
No, I'm originally from Florida, Tampa, Florida. Actually, my family though is from Virginia.
Okay,
specifically, the boy howdy mountains of Virginia, where things like electricity and plumbing are novelty items.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've been up through there.
Yeah. My great grandmother's name was Mary Virginia.
Well, good. It's always nice to have some more Southern people on here.
Oh yeah, no, and what's more is on top of that, not just not I definitely lived the Florida life growing up, hanging out in swamps.
Yeah.
I was a large reptilian population control officer for the Department of Agriculture
Okay.
for a while, and I took care of gators for a couple of years.
Well, that sounds fun.
I love those things. They're adorable in my opinion.
Well, I didn't know the cabal went or not the cabal. I knew that went up, but I didn't realize Uzulu was suspended for a week, man.
2 weeks.
I don't catch him enough just because his streams are so long. I tend to pop in for a minute or two,
Yeah. Well, we like to do long form, just natural flow and conversations. And me and him, we have a very good rapport.
Right.
So we just kind of let things flow for a while, and we intersperse memes and jokes and stuff like that.
I mean, it's fine. There's just so much. There's just so much to listen to or whatever out there. I'm trying to get different perspectives, but I do appreciate what he does. I definitely pop in, and it's a shame about the cabal, even though I'm over on the Gilded now. But
yeah, cabal ain't dead. It just ain't on. It just ain't on Discord anymore.
Right. In any case, let's run some memes. Hank, you want to play that sounder, buddy? All right. So I have information that will lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton.
R.I.P.
Yep.
And
well, you know what?
It's like the 5-year anniversary or something, right?
Sure is, buddy.
Oh wow, look at that.
Sure is. Shouldn't have posted that, Harambe. Did you see a coincidence in the dates here? Well, if my mice work, there it is. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh wow.
May 28th. Oh. Shouldn't be posting them spicy takes there, Harambe. Deep in the heart. So, anyways, and then we have things are so bad the government has admitted UFOs exist and nobody cares.
Yeah, that's been some shit. Like, it almost makes me not want to believe it anymore because they're so clocked in on UFOs being a thing now that I kind of don't trust it.
I mean, okay, so here's the thing. They admitted UFOs are a thing. It didn't admit aliens are a thing. They just admitted that weird, unidentified flying objects are a thing. There's a very big difference between the two.
Agreed. 100%. Either way, no one cares. We're waiting for him to land on the White House lawn, and then people still be like, okay, is this Klaus Schwab or what's going on here? So along these lines of the government and nobody caring, here's how much of each U.S. state workforce is employed by the government. And this was a few years ago, but you can see the dark blue lines there. Or the dark blue states, I should say. Those are the highest percentages. It's interesting. It's like amazing. The area I live in, the Maryland, West Virginia area has such a high rate of federal employment.
Ugh.
Now, in Alaska's defense, 4 people live in Alaska, and one of them works for the government. So
probably.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's like
Florida looks pretty good.
The wildlife, federal wildlife, and parks and recreation departments of Alaska is probably most of their population.
You know what's disturbing about this, though, is there is not a single state that has less than 10%. Indiana has 10.2%. There's not a single state that has at least 10% of its people employed by the government.
Well, I mean, behold bureaucracy,
Yeah.
And also in defense of Hawaii, I think Hawaii was one of the largest ones. It does say employed by the working the workforce, and let's be honest, no one who lives in Hawaii has a job. So the overwhelming majority of the people who actually work in Hawaii either don't live in Hawaii or are sent there by the government. So, there is that.
Yeah.
All right. And here we have my son says that USPS is spying on us. He's not your son.
Yeah.
List of the top 4 worst government alphabet agencies.
Oh shit! You got CNN in there. What?
Yeah,
So,
the Communist News Network.
I just heard that Dershowitz is apparently suing the fuck out of them.
Yep, sure is. We'll get to some stuff about some lawyer stuff here in a bit. Good grief. Is there no deed too low for the commies?
Yeah. Good old, who is that? Is that Shazam?
Yeah, I think that's Shazam.
Yeah. Old based Marvel.
I don't even see politics anymore. I just see liars, cheats, thieves, creeps, actors, fools, psyops, tyrants, and humiliation rituals.
I mean, yeah.
I've been teaching all my coworkers how to spot psyops, and it's kind of blowing their mind. They're these like very basic, like Steven Crowder, Newsmax Republican types, and I've been like throwing them down on some psyops.
But that's good enough. I mean, at least they're Newsmax and Steven Crowder. That's what I always say. Give credit where credit's due.
Well, yeah, but it's one of those things where like we talk about stuff, we agree a lot until I bring up Israel, and then they kind of get a little upset.
They're like, whoa.
Wait, now. So, but they're coming my way.
Well, we'll get to Israel too, Tag. So. Don't get ahead of yourself, son. You just want to be left alone, not on my watch.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Good old Ruby Ridge.
Biden ATF nominee can't define assault weapon, but wants them banned.
Oh man, did you hear what he called an assault weapon?
Yes. Anything over a 22 caliber that was semi-automatic with a detachable magazine.
Yep. That's just, oh my God. That needs to be up there with this is a ghost gun. It has a 30 caliber clip and fires 8,000 rounds per minute.
So wait, if I had like some like AR platform and 22 LR, that wouldn't be an assault weapon because it's not bigger than 22 caliber. I don't know, man. 32 LR AR would be pretty dope.
It's the main thing is this man knows absolutely nothing about firearms, and he is most likely going to be the head of the ATF for the next 4 years.
I just noticed he has a dildo in his hands.
Yeah.
I just saw that.
Call me crazy, but I think that's photoshopped.
No, that was real, man. That was real. This is the real fake news. Come on. I don't lie to you.
But this is while we're talking about guns, I might be buying a bullpup 12 gauge, so we'll see how that goes.
I just looked at our chat, look a little low. I think because the time change here, it just picked up a little bit. I'm like, where's our normal viewers at, man? Where they be at? Threw them for a loop. David, the Waco Kid, also known as Child Killer Chipman, Dave Crispy Kids Chipman, amongst other things, presides at Waco, plus 82 dead Branch Davidians, including 25 children, -4 ATF agents, plus 1 Dr. Pepper, and 1 war trophy photo.
Oh my God.
Passive ability does not even view you as human.
Uzlu and I haven't had a chance to cover this guy yet because
we'll send you to kill, or sorry, we'll send people to kill you, your entire family, for putting 11 rounds in a magazine, or even having a detachable magazine to begin with. Think all semi-automatics over 22 or assault weapons, 100 critical thinking, 1,000 rights. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. -100 critical thinking. Okay. -1,000 rights. That's what it is. Senior leadership for Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious.
Yeah, you remember Fast and Furious, don't you?
Yes. 2,000 guns to cartels. Lies openly about helicopters being shot down at Waco. -200 integrity. Passive ability. Turncoat tyrant. Can arbitrarily reinterpret laws to fit anti-gun agenda. Not even hiding it at this point, on payroll of well-funded anti-gun lobbies. He actually is. He's a what's the group called? He's like one of the chairs or one of the heads of a very active anti-gun group.
Mothers Against Gun Violence? Or
No.
whatever?
No.
Yeah, it's called the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms.
Yeah. Well, he's not the head of that
Infamous-
yet, Wes. Not yet.
That infamous anti-gun organization, ATF.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give the libertarians that one. That should be a convenience store and not a government organization.
Dude, seriously. It is completely unconstitutional. When you haven't shot a dog in 8 minutes. But in good news, Republicans tear into Biden's ATF pick for bungling definition of assault rifles, dodging questions about Hunter Biden, lying on his background check, and comparing gun owners to Tiger King and car crash Senate appearance.
What's wrong with Tiger King?
He you know, kind of lusted after having sex with the tigers.
Well, you know, it
To each
happens.
their own. Tank.
You know, we can't judge. We can't judge.
Tank's not picky either. He's not picky either.
Yeah.
If you're brave enough to try to penetrate a 600-pound tiger, then go, live your best life, I guess.
Wes, this isn't the kind of show where you need to mute yourself, buddy. I appreciate it, but please just have at it with us.
Oh no,
We'll figure it out.
Trust me, you ain't got it. You want me muted when I'm not talking. Trust me.
Well, I mean, if you're hacking up along, of course. But yeah, if you want to say something, please get in there.
Oh no, don't worry, I will.
Okay. I know, man. I've had conversations with you before, so
yeah. No, you ain't got to worry about that. Unfortunately, I'm trying to remember her name, but there was a very good and lively conversation with what's her name, Gupta, I think her name was. Remember her? She's now oh my god, I can't remember her name, but it was the last big Senate committee of electing someone. I gotta find it, but there was another one where the Republicans brought up incredibly good points about her past, about her history, about the things that she did during her career, and basically tore her apart the same way they're tearing this guy apart, and she still got appointed. So
yeah, I think it's a little different right now, and especially with Manchin, because that's the swing vote, and here in West Virginia, he doesn't want to lose his seat. I think he's probably going to try and run for governor again eventually, even though he'd be an idiot to do so. But then again, I can't speak for my weird state, but I'm pretty sure we're bleeding Democrats like crazy. And I'm like, woohoo, yeah. I'm all about West by God. So speaking of bureaucrats, we have Mein Kampf. By Dr. Anthony Fauci. And you guys were chatting because I was so late, and I know you were chatting about some of the email leaks. I mentioned this last night on Jeremy and Delaney's stream, actually, those of you that watch the weekly narrative. And if you don't, you should, because they do a good stream. Yeah, but this is going through all the various things that he was told in this in these leaks about the details.
Wait, does that say this is how the virus was created?
No, it doesn't say that. Tank, don't say such things.
Does that say hello, Anthony? This is how the virus was
Tank,
created.
do not spread rumors and lies about what documents say.
Is it saying it's been created?
This is
in a lab?
This was among the things that I was telling you about. These email leaks, man. It's bad.
Woo.
It's very bad. And all the stuff that Fauci's been saying and denying is actually pretty well documented. He's all about this gain of function stuff. My wife actually works with a a nonprofit org that's been pushing really hard to get Wuhan defunded. So, because this whole thing's been a mess, and every time Wuhan's gotten defunded, they've gotten something through. They've just taken some back door in the federal government to refund it. So this really needs to get out there, and he is being thrown under the bus now. But I am curious if he did have a debate. How many versions of his previous self would he actually be debating?
Oh my God.
The thing
Look,
is,
man, real talk, the man should be brought up on charges.
well,
he should be. Sorry to interrupt you. He should be like. I know funny haha memes. The man's responsible for the destabilization of the Western world. He gave as head of the NIH. He gave money to the lab that broke allegedly in Minecraft. I don't want to hurt your YouTube channel, but allegedly in Minecraft, thrown off a boat, super pretend fun times, hypothetical in a D&D game. He when the coronavirus was got he gave money to the lab that broke out the commie coup,
right,
and then he has spent the last year covering that shit up and compensating for it. And the entire time he has been getting professional photo shoots and having press release after press release after press release and just soaking up all this attention, all this love, all of it. And he's a scumbag of a human being, and he deserves to be thrown in jail for the rest of his life, in my opinion. Sorry.
Yeah, Wes, I agree. I mean, but the money trail's obvious. What it was is under Obama, they wanted to get gain of function out of the U.S. for its danger. So they just outsourced it to China because China doesn't care if it exposes its population. And this was one of Fauci's pet projects. He's very much been in favor of gain of function studies. He can say all he wants they didn't fund it directly. If they funded the lab, they funded it. It's like Planned Parenthood. And it's like, well, but in the bills, the money can't go directly to abortions. And it's like, okay, but you still are funding Planned Parenthood, which are doing abortions. If you took away their funding, maybe that abortion money they'd have to spend on those other supposed services you're funding federally, unconstitutionally, by the way. Thank you. Where in the hell does the Constitution say that I can fund Planned Parenthood or Wuhan labs in China to mess with viruses and make them super bugs? Where? Because I'm pretty sure it's not in there.
Remember when the United States government used to fund wholesome things like ISIS? That's what I miss.
and Fast and Furious, gotta fund them Mexican cartels. The drugs ain't gonna run themselves after all. Got to keep that border porous. Got to keep those cartel members well armed.
The oligarchy is complete, is all I have to say. That's all I know. So speaking of debates, if you hadn't heard, Viva Fry, who won the debate? Barnes, Fuentes, no opinion. And big debate between Barnes and Fuentes hosted by Alex Jones.
Oh my God.
You didn't know about this? This was great. So
I didn't know Barnes was super pro-Israel.
Not the way he really explains it. I have the memes for this though.
Okay.
But basically Barnes was like, he believed that they were a protection against Islamofascism, which good argument, honestly, because they are. At the same time, I don't want to give them our money. We shouldn't be supporting any other foreign nation. We need to focus here on America, right?
Look, man, the long and short of it is, for the last 4 years, they're like, somehow magically there was basically no problems in the Middle East. And then not even 6 months to the former Vice President Joe Biden being in the White House, magically all this stuff starts happening again. And it's like, oh,
That sounds
Well,
like the way you
listen,
phrase that, Wes. It sounds like you almost believe that Joe Biden didn't legitimately win this election.
I look, man, look. This is your YouTube channel, homie. I don't want to get you in trouble. All right. If you want to go down that road, we could go down that road.
Well,
Uzlo
hold
and
on.
I
I have
covered-
some breaking news before we go there. This just in. The people who call everyone Nazis are okay with making everyone present paperwork for travel.
and get tattoos proving that they are in fact vaccinated.
Right. Well, I'm more of this proclivity. Don't be afraid. Raw dog that oxygen, baby.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah.
And now it's beautiful because I have on more than one occasion gone into a business up here, and when they're like, "Can you please put your mask on?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't." I have a tendency to not tolerate science deniers all that much. You see, I identify as fully vaccinated, so I am not the type of person that denies science. So, as a fully vaccinated individual, I do not have to wear a mask. I'm sorry you do, and I'm sorry it makes you feel less comfortable. Or I will be much less explanatory and tell them to go fuck themselves, which I have caught myself doing twice now, unfortunately.
So I'm just going to comment again. This is really weird as far as our chat goes because I don't see anybody. It's a regular viewer of ours. I mean, it's fine, Wes. You bring your fans over. We appreciate it. Hey guys, like, share, subscribe. You know that thing. If you want to donate, there's an entropy. You can do it on D Live, of course. And what? Tank, you got a subscribe star set up, right?
Yeah, I do have a subscribe star, but I figured out locals too. So
Oh, okay. Well,
So
I kind of rearranged that the way because you didn't have the stuff all the way in there.
fine.
But
That's fine.
whatever. It's in there. The locals is in there. Anyways, just to give a short plug with newer listeners. But the biggest thing, man, is we're trying to get up to at least 300 right now. We're a little bit below that. And it does help us out. We are friends with all these folks. You mentioned Yiz earlier. Your buddy, Don. I'm buddies with Don.
Oh yeah. I love to argue with Don.
I mean, I love Don and I are Marines, so we're brothers from other mothers.
Oh yeah, no doubt. What's your favorite flavor of crayon?
Okay, so I always say blue, but that's because of blueberries. But really, if you want to be a connoisseur, it's kind of like wine. You can't go if you want to go with sky blue, you're getting a weak flavor. You really got to go with that rich midnight blue.
Oh,
and then that's like,
Yeah, I got a buddy of mine who's currently a PFC in the Marines. I haven't heard from him in a few months because all the bullshit going on. But he's doing God's work right now, man. He's getting it done. He's humping it over in California right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's sucky while you're in it, but I guarantee you'll miss it when it's gone. That's the only thing I'll say about that.
Yeah, when he was kind of on the fence about joining, I made him read Starship Troopers.
Good book to read. I'm very much in line with Heinlein's philosophy, or Heinlein's, however you want to pronounce it.
Oh yeah, no, I've been I've been reading Heinlein since I was 9 years old. I'm a very big fan of Robert Heinlein.
Oh, okay. I've only read Starship Troopers and Stranger in a Strange Land, but unless I've read some other short stories of his, I don't recall. But either way, I like both of those books of his. But in any case, for the memes, we're supposed to talk about Star Trek at some point here in the future, Wes.
Yeah, as soon as my ribs feel better.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. I know. So when mask goals think you aren't wearing a mask because they believe you've been vaccinated. Charlie Murphy.
Yeah, rest in peace, Charlie Murphy.
Oh no. All right. Dear Plexiglass, thank you for protecting me from the cashier. Just touched every single item I'll be taking home with me.
Yeah, it's so It's such performance art, man. It has been since day one.
They're still doing it, and there's no, like, in most places now, right? There's no mask mandates because the vaccine, whatever, yet they're still doing it. Like, what is this insanity? This is the person calling you a conspiracy theorist, folks.
I never got the face shield. What, like, because we've known forever that it's been aerosol transmission. When did the face shield become a thing?
Makes people feel better.
They can see your face tank.
Oh my God.
The CDC now recommends binkies to wean Democrats off masks.
Well, good for them.
Yes, yes. And then we have the golden calf. Oh, hell.
Oh, God. Ladies and gentlemen of the cult of the mask.
Right. If you're suddenly surprised that COVID was made in a lab after conspiracy theorists have been saying that for the last 16 months, just wait till we circle back to the election results.
I can tell you, talking about that, man, in about a week, maybe 2, going to be some interesting news coming out of Wisconsin. That's all I'm going to say.
I hope so, brother. I hope. I mean, it's funny because I do have a meme in here. I believe, maybe I didn't get it set up because, guys, I know a lot of you are newer, but maybe you haven't watched the show before, but I usually try to weave these memes in some sort of narrative. And today was a wrench in the wheels. Had I known, because my daughter did not communicate nor did the school well, that graduation was on a random Wednesday night instead of the weekend, or that it was going to be a drive-through thing, because I don't know, there's no mask mandates or anything here, but we still can't have an indoor graduation. This is nuts to me.
Oh yeah.
It's cool. I was in the line around the building or whatever, and I was blasting like rock music, so and various other things.
You know, one thing that I realized a couple weeks ago is you know how what's his name? Watson, Paul Joseph Watson.
Yeah.
Says that conservatism is the new punk rock. I'm currently working on a theory about that, which is the concept of conservatism has changed because American culture has inherently changed. And I don't think it's that conservatism is the new punk rock. I think that conservatism is now the 87 genders and the corporate backed socialist ideology. That is what is quote unquote traditional American culture now. And I think we as people who are, for lack of a better term, on the right need to realize where we are.
Well, that's interesting because I thought you were going there with that, because we had this conversation. What were we on Sniper's stream? We had this conversation of sorts.
Yeah.
So, I kind of thought you were going there, and maybe you're right that we actually are switching the parties, and now all of us constitutionalists are the left, because if we went back to the Constitution, it actually would be revolutionary, would it not?
It's not left versus right anymore. It hasn't been left versus right in 100 years. That's the thing. It's collectivist versus individualist. It's libertarian versus authoritarian.
I agree with you, Wes, and that. But then you also have to speak. We can always speak into the people that to the people that understand that, but it's always a matter for me of trying to be as broad as possible to get like regular people. When I say left or right, they tend to understand that a little bit better, which is why I always say I bring back the left is always the revolutionaries and the rights are always the establishment, which is technically true according to the French Revolution.
Yeah, so, and that's one of the reasons why I try my best to not use those terms, because its origin is in a inherently collectivist authoritarian revolution.
Right,
understood. Something that was more authoritarian, albeit, but it ended up being every bit as bad as what they were revolting against.
Oh, right. Sam Nope over on Entropy has a couple $3 comments here. I would like to submit the entire country of Spain as a meme. Faced with the current situation, the government has suggested people may find work as gardeners in Minecraft. Sadly, I am serious. And when I say Minecraft gardeners, I don't mean the tree watering, spice facing kind. I just mean the sad pod life, virtual leaving the house kind. What the fuck? Can you put a link about this somewhere, Sam, so I can read it?
Yeah, I'd be curious about it as well.
Sam lives out in Spain, so I mean, the weather's going to be better than Ireland because
hola, señor.
Yeah, no,
Donde están las prostitutas?
Sam's told me he's Irish, living in Spain, so I mean that's a pretty good deal, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's it's just this mentality that I think we need to realize because you were talking about how you were blaring, music, you blaring like rock and roll, and the thing is like almost every punk rock song that is anti-authoritarian now applies to the left, to the proverbial left.
Absolutely.
Like one of the things that made me realize this is I was listening to the Dead Kennedys of all things. Pull my strings. Is my dick big enough? Is my brain small enough for you to make me a star? Give me a toot and I'll sell you my soul. Pull my strings and I'll go far. How can you like that perfectly describes an influencer.
There are some older musicians who have been pretty based. Clapton came out because he got the jab and he didn't realize that. I guess he had some issues with it, but he ended up getting it. And then he said his hands were shaking and neurological issues, whatever else. Now he's not the only one, but I'm just saying that there have been a few based older people, in the rock world, from the punk world, maybe blues, whatever, but people who weren't in the mainstream as far as being obedient to government, and they've come out, but it seems to be just older people. It's really weird how commercial everything is it not?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the thing.
Didn't Jello Biafra from Dead Kennedys go all straight like Elizabeth Warren fangirl? I think he was like super into Elizabeth Warren during the primary.
I wouldn't know. I'm not like a super Dead Kennedys fan, but I definitely know them growing up. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean it would make perfect sense that these like so-called punk rock guys just
wasn't it Sid Vicious who was like all based and stuff?
Yeah, he was into Trump.
Morrissey's way based.
Punk icon Jello Biafra endorses Elizabeth Warren.
Morrissey takes the D and he's based. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm not a big like fan of Morrissey or anything like that. I know they're huge fanboys with that, but at the same time, there are people out there. I haven't heard anything from him in a while, but let's keep moving with memes, guys.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to distract you.
This Wes, this is the show. This is how the show goes. We break off into these little conversations and we keep running with memes. It's how we keep it flowing. So I've granted that pandemic, no big deal. It's been on screen for like 5 minutes now, but have you seen this? Australia, COVID deaths, 001. Vaccine deaths, 210. Vaccine adverse events, 22031. I'll let you all decide, figure out on your own. Assume you're smart enough to know what those numbers mean, the way I read them.
I'm sure this is hate speech of some kind.
Right. This might be a hate speech too. Moderna COVID-19 vaccine was designed in just 2 days, according to CNN World.
What the fuck?
Tank, you didn't get this one, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my.
That's the one I got.
Oh my. Well,
and I had to get a tetanus shot Monday, so we'll see how good these two things.
Well, maybe you'll finally be straight after the combination.
One can only hope.
There you go. I mean, your wife, I'm sure she would hope.
She's been pregnant for that day.
Just found
Oh,
out Corona doesn't affect objects. Thank God I'm a woman.
beautiful. Uh,
You're right, Wes. We do women hate, but it's in love.
oh
Some of
no,
our
no,
biggest fans are women.
it's not that. It's me realizing that the like, dude, man, living up here. First of all, the ratio of men to women up here is 5-1.
Mm.
It is atrocious, and the women who are up here are just the worst. And man, I'm from Florida, you know, like we just half naked women all over the place on the beach. You go down to Ybor City, and you know, admittedly, I do regret living that lifestyle, but like, man, I miss it sometimes. And also the fact that the only women that I can stand to have a conversation with are like 10 years younger than me, because everyone else is completely indoctrinated into the cult up here.
I love Florida. Every time I go, I have a good time.
Yeah, well, it depends on
future-
where
yeah.
you go.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm sure.
I'm reading this thing Sam sent us. The future employment in Spain in 2050. I'll have to for sure come back to this, Sam. Anyways.
Yeah, the one he sends in Spanish, and my Spanish is not good enough to read the whole thing.
Oh, dude, you open it up in Google and it will translate it for you.
But then I have to use Google.
I know. But you know what? Google's all right to use as long as you don't want them to know what you're looking at. That's always the trick, in my mind. From the Toronto Star, knock, knock. Your vaccine is here. Toronto community housing residents say they were surprised to get a jab at the door.
Well, that's not terrifying or anything.
Yeah.
This is April
Coronavirus.
10th. April 10th. This is the first time I've heard of this.
Yeah, coronavirus, the only deadly world-spanning, society-threatening pandemic that you need to have a test to aware that you have, and you have no choice but to get the vaccine of.
Tank, we've had no warnings yet, right? No warnings, nothing, no strikes on this channel, right? We're good so far.
I don't never watch on YouTube, so I don't know.
Well, here's the thing, man. Like, I know you were running the show off of your computer right now, but when you produce, you should probably know some of those things behind the scenes instead of me doing all the stuff.
Yeah, but that's more work.
I know. Tank actually has a day job, so I don't really care. But he runs it for me as far as, you know, he could have started the stream if he could have done it without me. I feel like Wes could have just done the show for me.
You know, I did consider it after. I didn't think it, but I don't know. Like, I get stage fright.
I don't know the first thing about technology, so you don't want if it doesn't involve percussive maintenance, I'm not all that good at it.
Well, I mean, I'm doing about as much as you are right now, other than scrolling through memes because I figured out how to use a little program and screen share. I mean, that is the bottom of my computer screen you're seeing there.
Well, how many strikes have we gotten?
0. We have no strikes, no warnings.
Okay.
And Wes, I was just making a joke. I don't really care. But I would like to not have the channel taken down, but at the same time, I think most of the things that you just said is was in line with TOS currently.
Well, I was talking about the D&D game I have planned. I'm sorry. Were you or are you?
Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
There's some kind of allegory going on. Like I was. Yeah, no, this is a D&D game.
Well, side effects of D&D games may include being kicked off social media if you post about your side effects.
Yeah,
I did have side effects. I mean, I know YouTube hates this, but yeah, when I got the vaccine, the second dose made me probably the sickest I've ever been, outside of diarrhea and puking at the same time.
Well, everybody likes diarrhea, Tank. I don't know what you're talking about. It's the best time ever. Holy crap! this leaked study from Pfizer, the EMA shows that the vaccine particulates are hugely sequestered into ovaries. That's right, ovaries.
Well, it was made in a lab, so you would expect things like that.
There it is. Wait. Get there right, mouse. Okay. On the fly production, guys. High technology here. There we go. Look at that. I cannot confirm any of this, but found it interesting considering some of the VIIRS reports I've heard of, the things like miscarriages and whatnot, which, look, generally speaking, if you're of healthy age and you're pregnant, why are you even taking this thing? It won't affect your child. Like, come on. That is, the coof won't affect your child, folks, not the vax, because that probably will. Not to get yeeted. Hearing all the adults talk about their side effects and injuries from the shot really makes you think about how infants receive upwards of 6 in one visit every other month, but can't talk.
The only difference is those vaccines have been tested 1,000 times over. They've been distributed throughout basically the entirety of not just the Western world, but the second world and even certain parts of the third world, and has no main overt side effects.
Okay, but that vaccination schedule was not given to children at that time the way it is now. That didn't change until the late 90s, and it was a suggestion for the vaccination schedule. It was never needed to be implemented. And there's also some biological stuff there where basically infants don't have a developed immune system yet. So they can't develop immunity because they don't have a developed immune system, because that takes about a year to develop. So there's just stuff there. There's a lot of stuff there.
I don't know. I don't know the exact details when it comes to the normal vaccines that someone gets. But the fact that polio isn't ravaging large portions of the population anymore, don't really have a problem with it. The fact that smallpox no longer exists and is wiping out a quarter of the human population, don't really have a problem with it. You know, little things like that. The fact that I don't have to worry about not dying of my muscles breaking down due to a debilitating disease like FDR, noodle legs. Kind of happy about that.
Right. But polio and smallpox, those things are very specific, very devastating, very high rates of death and infection. 30%
they no longer exist anymore.
Right. And this isn't an argument for anti-vaccine, right? This isn't about saying people shouldn't get vaccines or vaccines don't work. This is just saying maybe we should think about what we're doing to our children and how we do it. And that's all. So if the government would never do that, and if they did, we would know about it, said the guy who has never researched Operation Mockingbird and KMK, Naomi, Project Artichoke, Operation Fast and Furious, Operation Plum Bob, Building Number 7. Ooh.
Oh, spicy.
Oh, boy.
All credibility lost now. Building 7. Project 1112. Operation. What is that? Gelato Prison Program. Anyway.
The thing is like, if they were to put in like Operation Paperclip, the Tuskegee experiments, and MK Ultra, like those are actual. I'm not saying that none of these are real or not. Operation Fast and Furious definitely was.
Mockingbird's real.
Mockingbird definitely happened, but like Building 7, really? Like I know
7 went down.
I look. All right.
The owner of Building 7 actually did say pull it on air. He did say that.
Yeah, I get it. But it's a source of contention.
I know.
It's a major argument. There's a lot of evidence on both sides. I'm saying you could have very easily replaced Building 7 with the Tuskegee experiment, and you would have had a much better meme. I'm just saying.
Depends on who your audience is. I guess. I don't know.
I'm more
Things are just
concerned
more
with
than a
the
vaccine from Bill Gates. A one-night stand with Charlie Sheen. A daycare run by um, Casey Anthony. Tap water from Flint, Michigan. Gas station sushi. An email from a Nigerian prince. Cocktails with Bill Cosby.
Now you want to talk about spicy takes? Bill Cosby got railroaded.
I'm about to say, you're going to say he's innocent? I knew that was coming.
Hey, I've been looking into it. Like, it's one of the side things that I'm looking into. But man, that court case already really it's got an odor to it.
No, I mean, I don't disagree, man. I haven't looked into it hardcore, but it does seem to be very, very biased. And look, either way, Cosby probably did some of the things that he's accused of. I'm not. That's just my kind of take of it with all the evidence, but it's hard to say. It is hard to say, and either way, he's not going to get a fair trial.
Yeah.
So, not in this climate. He basically was the big scapegoat for Me Too. Like, what's going on with Harvey? Right? Is Harvey going to jail? Has anything happened to that dude?
I haven't heard anything, but I really could care less about an old Jewish guy who came in a potted plant and yelled at a woman for not looking at his penis. I really do not care.
Well,
these poor attractive women who became billionaires. Oh, woe is them. Woe is them.
Yeah,
No,
yeah. I mean,
don't
I don't necessarily. I think they did what they did by their own choice. But what I'm also saying is, he was the big target. He was the big Me Too guy.
Oh yeah.
And what did he lose other than I can't produce in Hollywood anymore?
And
Because
I'm willing to bet his money is still producing. He's just not.
yes.
Would you watch Harvey Weinstein jizz in a potted plant for $1 million?
Are you goddamn right I would?
Yeah, I think I would.
Give him a round of applause too. I'd be like, Mr. Weinstein.
All right, guys. So I got one more meme on the coof and the jab. One more meme. China has no new coronavirus cases, but Taiwan do. So you admit Taiwan ain't part of China?
Did you say fucking John Cena?
As my daughter would say, got him.
Yeah, John Cena.
I cannot. China's got some deep roots if they can convince John Cena to apologize on national TV about calling Taiwan a country.
Now you boys need to behave because we're gonna get there to John Cena now. Come on. What kind of show do you think this is? This is a professional production. How can I not have a professional production without having memes about John Cena? Please, guys, be patient. Be patient with the memes. Here we have China confirms world's first human case of H1N3 bird flu. It says it's highly unlikely to spread widely amongst humans.
Oh, yeah.
All snit. Here we go again.
John Cena.
Here we go again.
我高兴很 John Cena. 我爱北京，我爱中国。
But by the way, the superior Grand Theft Auto game, by the way, San Andreas.
If you say so, I have no idea. I don't really game. The horrific truth is, if people were told to get into boxcars to be taken to virus protection camps, many of them would rush to get in line. I absolutely believe this because this is the population.
I mean, look, like, man, I don't know where you guys live, but around here, oh yeah, absolutely. They would have gladly gotten into them boxcars and gone, hey, we need to, it's for our own protection.
Val Jean with a $5 entropy. We have an entropy stream this time. Yeehaw. We always have an entropy stream. Val Jean. John, Val Jean, But you told me how to say it, and I forgot. I think it's Valjean.
If
We
it's
always have
Valjean.
Valjean. How is
it's-
this not obvious?
If it's from Les Miserables, it's Valjean.
Valjean. Les Wilhans.
And that's just it, Val. Tank thinks of you like Les Mis, which I would slap Tank for such a insult.
Yeah,
I bet-
Jean,
I bet-
Jean Valjean, the man who was persecuted for stealing a loaf of bread.
Well, carbs are pretty shitty, so.
Well, Tank attributed this the other week to Don. It was Don's fault for the Valjean. I always had Valjean. Jean. Now he's making me do it.
Yeah.
Jean, because my mom's middle name is Jean. So.
Valerie Jean. Yeah, that's that. There we go. If I think of it as Valerie Jean, I remember Valerie Jean. That is a very.
Listen there, Jean Valjean. You can't be stealing. You can't be stealing that loaf of bread now. You hear?
Val is a Texan, so
I said, you get.
Val, do you get any of that? You got any? I know you have a sister. Do you got any boys that in the family that were calling you that, saying those things in that Southern Texas accent? All right, let's keep moving.
Nigga, did you know that I can see you?
Oh, Greta says, I demand everyone drive electric cars now. We're mining the cobalt for your batteries as fast as we can, Greta.
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah. Speaking of which, a gas-powered van towing a diesel generator charging an electric car. The future is stupid.
Oh, I can't do this shit anymore. Oh my God.
Okay. Here's the thing. All right. We got, like, it's very easily achievable. We create about, I think, 220 nuclear power plants. We just distribute them all throughout the United States, and we will have not only enough power to feed our entire infrastructure, but our predicted entire infrastructure for the next 100 years, including the full implementation of electric and hydroelectric vehicles, meaning hydrogen-powered vehicles. Like, it's very easily achievable, but these people don't want to talk about nuclear power because that doesn't make them money. That's not that actually solves the problem, and we can't have that because if they don't have the problem, then they can't milk more money out of the federal government.
Sorry, I'm talking in chat. Someone in Entropy said, Poophead told me that he said, Bill, I thought you were the best of us, but you weren't. That's deep, dude. That's deep. I'm not the best. I'm just a dude. A dude like many dudes, but a dude nonetheless.
Valerie Jean with the $5 entropy chat. I have 4 brothers and 5 sisters. Jesus, constant gonna be a better adult. Life lessons. You know, I see a lot of people with big families like that. Like half of them are fuck ups. So good for you.
Good takeaway there. Big families. They're all mess ups. Yep. Anyways, so 5 memes is all you guys had to wait. 5 memes. And we could talk about John Cena.
Cena.
No. Had to talk about John Cena.
I mean, John Cena is just he is the latest symptom in this disease of China just completely indoctrinating almost everything in our mainstream culture. Because the WWE is just full. Like, man, I just like. For those of you who don't know, there's a bunch of old wrestlers that live in Tampa. The Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, people like that. I wouldn't say I was friends with, but I was acquainted with Hulk Hogan's son. before he got into that bad car accident in 2005, 2006. And I remember because I had a chance to meet Hulk Hogan like 5 or 6 times, and whoo, I don't think he'd be happy with the way the WWE's acting now.
So, can someone fill me in on why the WWE is cucking to China?
Money.
Is that? I mean, is there that? I mean, I've been to China and I didn't hear anyone talk about the WWE, so I don't know. I mean, is this a new thing?
Well, it's the prospect of the WWE
Oh, I see.
getting into that audience, and they've been pushing it hard. They've been pushing it real hard, which means they've already been they're gone. They're already gone. And
John Cena's Chinese is very good. I will give him that.
And once again, that's what happens when you let a woman take over your business. I'm just
R.I.P.
saying. I'm just saying.
R.I.P.
Triple H, control your femoid.
Apparently, because I said Cosby, whatever about Cosby. Here, Poopa just said, don't know, just joking around. Bill Cosby, roofie females left and right. We're talking family values was a little funny. Okay. Never mind. Anyways, I don't know, dude. I figured you were making a joke either way, but yeah, I have no idea. But I assume, given I don't think of much of people who gain a lot of power generally, unless they show me, which some do in power, that they're actually not power hungry power mongers, right? Like someone like Ron Paul or Rand Paul. They kind of show me, oh, I'm not here for just the power and authority of things and what they do. Whereas, so I'll give you another example, a Hollywood example. Could be totally off base, but I don't think most of the Wahlbergs are real power hungry people. I think they're kind of like, oh, we have some talent and opportunities, whatever. We're going to make money. Let's do more salt of the earth kind of stuff. So Bill Cosby never seemed that way to me. He was very rich, very powerful, despite him trying to put on a family-friendly TV, right?
I mean, he knew what he was doing. Like,
right.
Don't get me wrong. But I like I said, I've just started looking into it, and it's New York courts little sus. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
By
yeah.
the way, same court system that's going to be pressing charges on Donald Trump for reasons. So that should be fun.
Right. And Trump's probably clean, but maybe most likely he's probably actually not, because that's just how things go.
I mean, if they weren't able to find something on him in the last 4 years, I extremely doubt that anything exists.
I would agree, but there's just probably something they can twist or turn or whatever.
Oh yeah, they're going to try, but the only difference is that Donald Trump has some of the most powerful lawyers I would say on the planet, but in the country, available to him at his beck and call, and also Rudy Giuliani, who is a hero in New York City. So,
right. Yeah, I mean, again, it's like it's one of those things. It's hard to say because we don't know what Hail Mary the left will throw out last minute sometimes. And also I feel like they've pushed, they've done certain things, they've dug up items, but it's always trying you in the court of public opinion, right? So the reality is regardless, if they can damage the man and his reputation, it's good enough. And that, despite whatever rigging happened in the last election, was definitely evident. There were still a lot of people who were Trump derangement, you know. I don't know. A few more memes. Step comrades.
ain't that the truth?
I guess Tank had to take a tinkle. So he does that. Oh, and I go look at the chat. It's all in Chinese. Oh, says, thanks for showing up, buddy. It says FBI and CIA went through everything with a fine-tooth comb and found nothing. Talking about Trump. So, yeah, that is true. I know a guy that tests systems in the IRS that was able to find his tax records. Not that he could release them or anything like that. I'm just saying. Exposed the problem to the IRS about their hackability. But there's government for you. Anyways, bullying others into right action brings peace and fulfillment. In case you didn't know.
Sam Nope, back on Entropy. Here's an ancient Antifa proverb I found in Random Cam's comment section. Build a man a fire, and he shall be warm for a night. Set a man on fire, and he shall be warm for the rest of his life.
Oh yeah, very true.
Wise words.
God bless Entropy.
And yes, I do have a baby bladder, especially when I drink beer. It fucking ruins me.
I was talking trash while you're out, Tank. That's why they're saying that now.
Well, fuck you.
What would you do without me, Tank? Just go to your normal job? How
Go to
dare
my normal
you?
job? Yeah, probably.
Fascism establishes the real equality of individuals before the nation. The object of the regime in the economic field is to ensure higher social justice for the whole of the Italian people. What does social justice mean? It means work guaranteed, fair wages, decent homes. It means the possibility of continuous evolution and improvement. Nor is this enough. It means that workers must enter more and more intimately into the productive process and share its necessary discipline. Benito Mussolini. By the way, Kizza, thanks for that, because I totally ripped that off of you. You posted that in Yiz's chat. So Yiz's Discord, which is Yiz still banned from Discord, or is she not banned from Discord? I was mistaken about what. She was just banned from YouTube for a week, right?
I think she got yeeted. Yeah, she got yeeted from Discord again, I think.
Such a shame. Just leave us alone, folks. Leave us alone, big tech. I promise nothing bad will happen. When you keep messing, you're poking the bear. You're poking the bear. Nice guys like me eventually get overran by the guys who aren't so nice.
I can't wait for China to take over.
There you go. Well, you know, you got about 7, 8, 9 more years, Tank. It'll be all right. It'll be here. Did you guys see this at all? Iron Dome.
Oh, no.
What the fuck?
Introducing a new Israeli superhero, Iron Dome, the defender of Israel. We love it. 3 flags up.
What the fuck?
Is it me, or does Israel have a curious amount of influence over us? I would like to formally apologize for regrettable comments that I had made yesterday. I want to emphasize I am not anti-Semitic.
Rare Stone Toss miss.
You think?
No. Yeah, I mean, but you know, all jokes, well, I guess not all jokes aside, but like, you could insert China into that and it would be the same thing at this point.
No doubt.
In my opinion, China's a hell of a lot worse. But look, man, the whole thing about Israel and Palestine is you have Israel, which is a thinly veiled theocratic dictatorship, fighting against Palestine, which is a overt theocratic dictatorship. So, just glass. Just
again, my thing is, Wes, I just don't want us to be involved in it. Let them deal with it themselves. Let them figure it out.
I could care less at this point. Like, right. I just do not care, because I got people on the left and the right screaming about this thing, and it's just like, I don't care. Y'all don't care about what's going on in Haiti. Y'all don't care about what's going on in China. Why should I care about what's going on in Palestine? I don't care. I do not care.
Agree, man.
Yeah, and it's really weird that we're encouraged to care about this. Like I mean, you can throw a dart at the map and some terrible shit's going on basically everywhere in the country, including the United. Like, why is Israel so fucking important? Like, if Israel stopped existing tomorrow, my life would not change. Like most countries, really, So why am I expected to have some strong opinion about this particular country?
All right, hold on. They're like the real right now. We're 11 subs away from 300. You guys need to shill us out right now and get us 11 subs. I don't know what else to say. What's going on?
I have
Israel. There's nothing else in the world more important than 11 subs right now. 11 subs from 300.
Those 11 subs mean far more to me than Israel ever could.
I have already shilled as much as I can shill at the moment. So
it's fine, man. It's fine. Also, hit that like button. Y'all.
YouTube's just gonna take them from us anyway. It doesn't really matter.
Right. They probably will. I haven't seen that in a while, honestly. They were doing that to me hardcore up until the election. And then it was a little bit less. And recently, this is over on my other channel. If you guys aren't aware, I have another channel called All Minus One. I keep things separate for reasons, like yeeted reasons, right? So, anyways,
Osa says
I see that happen to me constantly. 2 up, 2 down, 2 up, 2 down.
Tank does not show enough skin for me to shield for you. I had an OnlyFans and you never even subscribed, so I don't want to.
Okay, so next week, Tank is going to be in Belize trying not to get murdered with his wife.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to be here with Holly, which I don't know why Holly's not in the chat tonight. Maybe she's busy, whatever, But Holly will be here with me next week. Holly Midlife. She has her own YouTube channel, and Holly's a lovely lady who will talk about based things and female leadership and submission to men and all kinds of other great things. And you know what? I don't quite have a guest lined up next week, but I am working it out. So I'm trying to figure it out right now. So we will either just be me and Holly, or it'll be me and Holly and a guest. But rest assured, no Tank at all. So if you guys really hate Tank, show up next week and really come over and subscribe them for those 11 subs I'm seeking.
And you should hate me because I'm pretty awful.
All right. Enough of the nonsense. By the way, I didn't get to eat, so beers are they're affecting me. I didn't get to eat because I had to sit around in a car to wait for my daughter to graduate 2 freaking and a half hours later. Sorry, guys. I ordered chocolate chip ice cream. Washington Post, New York Times, CNN, MSNBC. Oh my God! Did you see this? They really did. There was a video. Mr. President, Mr. President, what ice cream did you get? Chocolate chip.
No,
Oh my God! You got mint chocolate chip. Oh my God!
Do you not remember 2 scoops?
Oh, I remember 2 scoops.
Do you not remember? Do you not remember the what was the other one? Was it different utensils or some shit like that? And then of course the ordering of fast food to feed to like the football guys and stuff. Like so many stupid like. It's funny that this particular one is ice cream because there was an unironic controversy from CNN and MSNBC and the New York Times about Trump eating ice cream. But now that it's Biden eating ice cream, it's I love it. I can't get enough of it, man. It's so funny.
Dude, Val's being sweet on you, Tank, in the entropy chat. I'm just saying.
I
hate
love
to throw her
Tank.
under the bus.
And she said, I love Tank. He's a cutie patootie. It's just the stash. That's all it is. Women can't. They don't know what to do. It's too much.
The panties just drop. Speaking of which, let's listen to some of Joe Biden's remarks on panty dropping.
So you brought condoms. What else did you bring?
Look, this is not
But that they.
And then you sent these pictures.
Anyway, I don't believe there's anybody out there believes that I have anything other than consistent interest in making sure every child, these are all our children.
You talk about taking her out to buy sexy bras and panties and thongs. When I ask him about his obscene screen name, he starts to laugh.
Well,
You think this is funny?
I'm just not going to go there. If we keep doing that, there's
something I got to tell you. I'm Chris Hansen, and I work for a show called Dateline NBC.
Oh, come on, man.
So you brought...
What the fuck?
So if you hadn't heard, I don't have a meme for this, but he did call a young lady, like a very young little girl, who I think was 8 or 9. He said, "Oh, look at you, looking like a 19-year-old with your legs out there all crossed." Like,
yeah,
I get it. Joe Biden, he doesn't have any filter anymore. He speaks the quiet part out loud, and for him, the quiet part is, "Hey, little girl, let me smell you." Anyways, so Joe Biden was the first Democrat to win Maricopa County since 1948. And then the Democrats hired 73 lawyers to stop the Arizona Senate from inspecting the ballots.
This is the same shit as these motherfuckers trying to tell me that, this worldwide pandemic didn't start in the fucking bio lab. It started in the wet market down the street. Chinese people have been eating weird shit for 5,000 years. That shit came from a fucking lab. The election was rigged. YouTube's going to cancel us.
I will be back in like 10 minutes. I'm very sorry. Something just came up. I'll be right back. All right?
Yeah, go ahead.
You're fine, buddy. Osa says he likes DP. I cannot hate on that. What? What? They all smell the same on the inside. Oh, well, at least you have a Star Wars reference there. Well, maybe that's not quite a Star Wars reference, but I'll make it one. It's actually, I thought they smelled bad on the outside. So, yeah, I confused that.
Valjean said he's got a poo too. Well,
Who's got a...
I think he's saying Wes has to poo. Well, some people have to shit. It happens. Damn.
We don't know. We don't know. He is recovering from a bad car accident, though. So there he is. Could be his lady friend, we never know. So Biden, gun owners with AK-47s can't beat the government with F-15s with Hellfire missiles. That's suspicious.
Okay, hold on. Wait a second. All any insurrectionist type has to do is get some other government agency to fund them with Stinger missiles like the United States did with the Afghanis.
Sorry, I had to type in the chat. Then Osa said vaguely, it's okay. No, they do not all smell the same on the inside, and I hate to say that. Sorry, wife. My parents don't watch, so whatever. Sorry, God.
Is it the rec report or the Reese report?
It's the rec report.
The
like
rec report.
Rifle.
Okay. They said
Stop being a boomer tank.
My bad. They said our greatest ally. They said you should interview Catherine Austin Fitz. She is a financial expert and has a publication and website called the Solari Report. Yeah, if they're willing to be interviewed, I would love to do that.
Yeah, write that down, Tank. Look it up or something.
I don't know how to write.
See, this is what happens. Everything is on me.
I have a notepad. I can do that. I can do it. Hold on.
He streams twice a week now. Sometimes twice a week with me. He doesn't even know.
Well, I mean, look.
I'm just. If it wasn't for Matt Christensen, he wouldn't even be here. All right. So this is a true story, though. It is true because I've known Matt for some time, and I was like, and look, his goal on show. I was like, the guy I had wasn't quite working out, who was an actual friend of mine. And then Tank and we became besties kind of instantly. And then I realized he was the worst producer ever in the history of producers. So that's the show. That's it. That's all we got.
I don't think I'm the worst. But I'm probably in the top 10 for sure.
Well, at least it provides jokes for eternity, right?
Yeah.
I hope to not do you wrong like Not Gay Jared was done. That's all I have to say.
What happened? Did something happen with him?
Keep hearing that. I have no idea. I never got down to the bottom of it.
No.
And frankly, I don't care that much. I really don't. But Not Gay Jared, I heard, was done dirty in some ways. But then again, the interwebs. It's like saying Tim Pool threw Adam Krigler under the bus, where Adam started off with a podcast show with 100,000 subscribers. So, okay.
Yeah, that's not under the bus.
Not in any way, shape, or form. But here, let's go with this. Just for the record, I completely regret voting Biden. I was successfully fear-baited into that decision, and now I feel like a clown. Well, you damn well should.
Oh, well, it happens.
Any thoughts on that, Tank?
I mean, what'd you expect, bro? The dude's fucking 80 and can't talk.
Here's my thoughts on that. You shouldn't have voted, you idiot. You do not deserve the right to vote. You are not an active or participant citizen. You were not participating in your civic duties, nor was this guy, but he is now at least.
Man, to all my African Americans out here, I'm going to be one of the first people to say it. The Caucasian Republicans was right. Biden ain't the shit. The man that found out that black people are turning $20 into $200,000 by jumping into the goddamn cryptocurrency with these Shibas, these Doges, these Kinsus, these goddamn Safe Moons, and now he trying to put tax on it because he know one thing: black people ain't trying to let their money sit that long. If we hit for 10,000, we pulling out. Now he want to put taxes on all this. Then yeah, I have no problems. I want to rescind my vote. And I want Trump back in the goddamn chair. Because one thing about Trump understands business and he don't like people messing with his money. And right now, Biden is trying to mess with our money. We don't like it. We sorry, Caucasian Republicans. I'm personally sorry. To all my African Americans out here.
Bro. Hell yeah.
As they say, truth.
Valerie Jean back in Entropy. She says, write it. I don't know how to write, Valerie Jean.
Good Lord, Val, you keep donating on here because you got the hots for Tank. I'm going to start breaking Tank on my other show.
Hey, look, bro, when you got it, you got it. I don't know what to tell you. Shave your beard, just have a mustache. That's what you need to do. Get a bandana.
Yeah, my mustache is not in any way, shape, or form developed.
Bro,
and in fact,
look at this. Mine's awful. It doesn't even meet in the middle.
Okay. But what mine is now, what you can see on camera,
yeah,
right, took forever just to fill in. And it's not like my beard, this side's good pretty much, but this sucks. I mean, I don't really care. I just own it. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like when I'm 50, I just need to keep growing my stuff. When I turn 50 in 10 years, I'm just going to shave everything. I'm going to get my hair cut all short, and I guarantee you I'll still look like I'm like 30.
Yeah.
It's
really shitty because I'm already turning salt and pepper. Like when my hair grows out, there's a lot of gray, like on the sides. I got like this professor streaks.
Oh, yeah. I got them here, dude.
It's fucking awful. I'm like,
yeah.
God.
I've had grays though since I've been about 25, just here and there, not very many, but just randos.
Tank looks like a green non-vet and a 70s porn star. I'll call him Ramboner. I prefer the term Felicio Banderas, but whatever. I'm good.
Oh, good Lord. All right.
Have you ever spoken to your son about his overseas business dealings?
I've never spoken to my son about his overseas business dealings.
Look at this. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head?
It says your VIP was Montel Williams' side chick. You can't make this stuff up.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, Montel was a Marine, so he's good in my book. And actually, Kamala's not bad looking there.
I don't think she's bad looking.
She's too old and mannish looking to me anymore. Just saying. Then again, though, when
You're
AOC
too
isn't
picky.
showing her teeth, I think she's kind of attractive. Not as much as Ilhan.
Look,
I think Ilhan's really
everybody
hot,
ta-
actually.
everybody
I'm
takes
really
a
into
bad-
Ilhan. So
Yeah, Johan's hot. A lot. Everybody takes a bad picture. You know, Kamala's got some bad pictures. AOC's got some bad, but they're generally pretty good looking. Ilhan's very good looking.
Ilhan's a beautiful.
I'm a Tulsi.
She's
guy.
a very beautiful woman, in my opinion. I mean, just saying.
Yeah. Tulsi though, top of the list.
Tulsi, see, this is my thing. Tulsi and Camel Toe here are about the same age, I think, and
Okay.
Tulsi's a lot more attractive, in my opinion. Tulsi was definitely prettier when she was younger, but that's generally women. So, whereas men, we tend to get better looking as we age, hopefully, unless you don't take care of yourself.
Good. Next 10 years, this should be hot as fuck.
Right. So, if you guys didn't know, it was Memorial Day coming up. And all Biden said, stay cool this weekend, folks.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Hang in there, folks. Things are going to get a lot worse. So this is we're in the section of memes that I had not strung together because I didn't have time, because I left my house like a little bit after 4:30 and I didn't get home till 7:20 and the school is 5 minutes away. So in any case, we're going to run some rando memes. I'm going to keep running them. We'll see what happened with Wes when he gets back, what's going on. We have funny how all these cyber attacks only happen to industries Biden is trying to shut down: gas and beef.
Oh shit. Valerie
Tank-
Jean in the entropy.
Okay.
Kamala is a please don't talk pretty. Oh yeah, I mean a lot of women are please don't talk pretty.
So Tank, so it's going to look like that for a second here. We did have Memorial Day, but I was going to ask you real quick. I've told you about Cyber Polygon, right?
No.
Okay, let's go back here where we just were. So Cyber Polygon is part of the World Economic Forum, and this year at Cyber Polygon, back in late January, February, March, whenever it was they published this, they were talking about how there were going to be lots of cyber attacks this year, and the new threat is going to be cyber viruses. Now, mind you, the last time there was a big thing with the World Economic Forum and these kind of like tabletop sort of planning, gaming kind of stuff that they do, which Cyber Polygon is, was Event 201, which happened in October of 2019. Do you remember what happened around October of 2019, Tank?
Seems like there was a virus coming out of China right around that time.
I'm not suggesting that these two things correlate in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying. So if you guys keep seeing cyber attacks, I would suggest you go look into Cyber Polygon and what they said, because the elites tend to tell you what they're going to do. They do. If you have the conspiratorial mindset, that is, that there are big, powerful people in the world who get together in these groups and openly talk about it and publish it to everybody, and say that you'll own nothing and you'll like it and you'll eat the bugs. You know, that conspiracy where they talk about it openly themselves. That one. Anyways. So hey, Monday was Memorial Day, was it not?
It was.
It
I
was.
went fishing and got a hook caught in my hand.
What?
Yeah. So yeah, I went fly fishing on Memorial Day, and it's supposed to be a good day with the wife. And then I got a hook embedded in my hand. Had to go to the emergency room, get it cut out.
Why didn't you cut it out yourself?
Bro, I got the hemostats and I tried to pull it out, and I just did not have the stomach for it. I was like,
That's
bro, it was
a
in
waste
there.
of your money, by the way. Just
Yeah.
saying. Hemostatic cloth for gauze, you mean?
No,
Hemostatic
these
gauze?
are the hemostat clips. Like they're like little pliers that
Oh, okay.
that ratchet or whatever. And I hooked it to the back because I got it hung in my Mound of Venus or whatever it's called. And I tried to pull it out, and I yanked on it really hard, and it didn't come because the barb. So
Tank
yeah,
just said he got a fishing hook in his mountain penis, Val. Just
yeah, I
saying.
did in my mountain penis. It was yeah, it was not fun.
How far have we fallen from last week's show that was all spiritual and holy, and now you're talking about your mountain penis, Tank?
my mountain penis. Well, it happens.
Um,
I'm just saying, guys, if you go fishing, if you're going fly fishing, use barbless hooks because you can just pull those out. But this one was not and did not come out.
no, there you go. You know, you're just supposed to push it through or clip it if it's all the way through.
There was no pushing through on this one. I tried
okay.
that too.
There's no pushing through to the end.
No, it was I had to go. They had to lance it. They had to take a scalpel and cut it all the way out.
Nice. So here we have you know, how much did all this cost? And the answer, I know,
Oh no.
it's gay and patriotic, but it's true. And we have the vice president saying, "Enjoy the long weekend." So I guess on Saturday, her campaign finally, or her people, her staff, I mean, finally addressed this. And she had another tweet that wasn't so retarded. Like Memorial Day isn't something important. By the way, folks, if you didn't know, this has a strong history in the South. There are arguments of who started it, but the South started it. The South started Memorial Day, and Memorial Day brings back to the Civil War. So it should be really, instead of just glossing through the holiday and being like, "Oh, I got some hot dogs and whatever else." Don't be wrong. I mean, I made bomb diggity deviled eggs, but it's not about that. There's more to it. And with that comes patriotism.
Hell yeah.
F every other country that Bernstein bears, because the strongest weapon in the United States is an American patriot. And remember to carry your vaccine passport when you travel this weekend, mother suckers.
Oh god.
Because thanks to those who serve to keep us alive, to keep us free. No, I'm joking about it, but I'm also not. I make light of it because I was a service member, but I also understand the horridness of perpetual wars and all kinds of other stuff. So, but it was Memorial Day. But more importantly, you know what's coming, Tank?
What? Oh,
Pride Week is coming.
God. Oh,
Pride Week is coming.
My God.
So here we have from Absolute Vodka, Happy Pride. The rate of alcoholism in the LGBT community is twice that of the general public. And that's great for Absolute's profit. Now, that was 2 years ago. But whatever. Of course, we have to celebrate LGBT leaders, we have Lori Lightfoot. Won't talk to white reporters, but goes home to a white wife. Woke in the streets, oppressed in the sheets.
I didn't know she was a lesbian.
No. Well, you're bad. None of these are going to be in order, by the way, folks. Of any sort of order I normally would put them in. Let's see. This one's good, I think. Maybe. Holy crap. We get it. You want attention. Ace lesbian. Agender. Aromatic. Bi lesbian. Bigender. Demisexual. Gender fluid. Yeah, you're a special snowflake. You sure are.
Everybody tag yourself. I'm aromatic.
I'm super straight. Super straight. So lots of takes on this. I see the pride in your eyes. Lots of takes on this. We have Nintendo. Happy Pride Month. Our staff is filled with people of all sexualities, so we love supporting that. Brah, those two are brothers. Tank is typing. He hasn't even looked.
I had to type some shit. Yes, they are, but that is God Almighty. Why?
I don't know. Why can't my famous gender nonconformist friend get laid? Why, Tank? Why? Look, Wes is back.
Wes is back. Did you get done pooping, Wes?
Oh, it was the gigantic of poops. Yes. No. So sorry, I had to adjust my mic. So while I am not aromatic, I am aerodynamic. So
Hell yeah.
At least there's that. And yes, I made a prediction last month on Twitter that this was going to be the cringiest Pride Month that we have ever seen. This is going to be the worst, and already I am starting to be proven right. And I really, really hate being correct when it comes to that type of thing. But the thing that I love about this article is it actually exists, but they changed the front page of it. They no longer show the pictures of the people, but they do mention them because everyone was like, just fucking look at it.
Well, I can tell you why. Yeah. Well, you know, that was smart on their part. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not picky, but I'm not going near that. Hate to be that guy.
They're not picky, but you'd hate to do that. So here was Biden's actual tweet, unlike the one I showed before that was fake news, because we would never do anything like show fake news on this show. Stay cool this weekend, folks. Thanks, Uncle Joe. Thanks for the great advice for the lovely holiday we have for the men that were slain during the Civil War. We appreciate it. Oh, Pride Month, man. Pride Month. Oh, here's a random rando whatever from Razor Fist. Yeah, again, I didn't go through all these. So, ice cream truck chime intensifies. Can we please just do away with the concept of family friends? Kids should be learning about sex, queer stuff, constant kink, etc. from an early age. Family friends is just a way to treat kids like crap because adults need power trips.
Yeah.
Or family friendly. I said family friends, but yeah.
The thinly veiled sexualization of children coming from this side of politics is kind of disturbing.
Yeah, this is why Crusade is eternally happening.
Valjean and the Entropy with a $3 chat. So I've been told. Oh, because I said she was tough. Yeah, she said she had to cut a hook out of her thigh.
Now, Tank, you stay away from that Valjean now. You hear me? That girl ain't no good. You're a married man there, Tank.
She showed me her boobies, and I like them too. That movie's so good. Oh my God. No one ever talks about it anymore.
Girls, OMG, I love kids so much. OMG, me too. They are so cute. I love kids. Boys. Hello, 911.
Yeah.
My wife does this thing where she sees like cute kids in the like at the grocery store or something. She's like, oh my God, he's so cute. I could just steal him and take him home. And I'm like, imagine if I said that to somebody. Imagine if I could just steal that kid and take him home.
So
I would be.
little bit of little known Wes history here. I actually wanted to be a teacher. My original goal was to be a teacher, specifically like I wanted to do high school history at first, but
Me too.
But like in my senior years, like, you know, once I did it for a couple decades, I wanted to be an elementary school teacher because, I mean, I am really good with kids. Like I can break things down really easily for them. I can understand their mindset. I can relate to them really easily. I've always been really good with my nephew and my nieces, like, and because when I first started going down that road, I literally had someone say I wouldn't bother, like, because I am a man,
right,
and because of my beliefs at the time, because even then it was really bad, the infestation of academia, but it's such a shame because, like, again, bringing up Star Trek real fast, you know, Ben Sisko, the primary character of Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, is not just a dad, he's a single father, and he's a black single father. You know, and one of the things, but more importantly, he is shown on several occasions of being really, really good with kids. Like this stern, authoritative man who gets things done and expects things done his way when he's in his environment, melts down and becomes the perfect dad when he's around kids. And I think we need to start showing that more. I think we need to start showing traditionally masculine men who are capable of being good fathers and good father figures. I think that is something that I don't think even people on our side are talking about all that much.
Yeah, you know? that I mean, you're absolutely right, and we need that because you don't see it there. I can't think of a single like pop culture reference probably since
another
Space Nine.
Yeah, another good example is Jack O'Neill from Stargate SG-1.
Okay.
Well, completely legally, of course, we've been watching that at various places. But like we just watched an episode where Jack O'Neill, who's got 20 plus years of experience in the special forces, he's been going through the Stargate, dealing with intergalactic threats for years, but he still automatically, as soon as he sees a kid in trouble, a kid being manipulated in a system he barely tolerates, he's like, I don't care. I'm going to take care of this kid, and there's nothing you can do about it. I'm going to make sure he's right. I'm going to make sure this child is being taken care of, and I don't care. And in the end, this man, decked out from head to toe in the best equipment that the United States military can buy, is sitting drawing with crayons on a wall with an 11-year-old kid. And I'm like, you know what? We need more of that.
Yeah.
We need a lot more of that.
That's just good leadership, good masculinity at play.
Yeah.
So real quick, because I want to get off of memes here, and I figured since we started a half hour late, I figured, Tank, if you're good with it, we go till 9:30, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So this is what we'll leave off on, guys, and that's gets elected as 30th U.S. president, does absolutely nothing. Economy booms, chooses to leave after one term. And that is Calvin Coolidge. That should be everyone's favorite president. So go ahead and play the outro to the Memecast news there, Tank.
All right, we're back.
All right, guys. So the show is awkward tonight, but you know, We're not a very serious show. The kind of point of the show is to ramble and have fun and to have some drinks and to laugh at memes and whatever.
It's always awkward when I'm around. Don't feel bad.
Oh, it has nothing to do with you, man. It has to do with late starts and
We've had much more awkward guests than you.
Oh man, Adam Kokesh.
Yeah, Adam Kokesh.
Adam Kokesh.
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Calvin Coolidge, do you know about the Coolidge effect?
No. What is that?
I think you guys like the Coolidge effect. The Coolidge effect is, biologically speaking, it's when males exhibit renewed sexual interest whenever a female of the same species is around. A new female is around. So, like, you know, when a bunch of 30-something married dudes are hanging out in front of the public pool, and a hot 20-something year old goes by, and even though they're happily married, even though they have no real interest in the woman, they still suck their guts in.
Yeah.
You know
that?
Yeah,
I have heard of that. That did sound familiar. Yeah.
That's the
Calvin
Coolidge
was a known womanizer, though, and
well, specific. I had to bring up the story. So the reason why it's called the Coolidge effect is because President Coolidge and his wife were touring a farm, and it was this new experimental type farm, and they came to a chicken yard, and Mrs. Coolidge noticed that a rooster was mating very frequently with several women. Was mating very frequently, like over and over and over again. And she asked the attendant how often that happened, and was told dozens of times each day. Mrs. Coolidge then said to Mr. Coolidge, then said, "Tell that to the president when he comes by." Upon being told, the president asked, "Same hen every time?" The reply was, "Oh no, Mr. President, with a different hen." And the president said, "Make sure you tell that to Mrs. Coolidge."
Yeah.
Val G Entropy says we should have good dad figures. I learned how to live off the land, change my tire, brakes, and oil, etc. from my mom. A country boy can survive. Yeah. Whoa, where did Wes go?
Well, that's on you, man. Maybe
I didn't touch it. I don't know. I brought him. Okay, he's back.
I definitely did not accidentally click close tab. I definitely did not do that.
Well, Bill blamed me for that, so
I did not. I just said, what did you do?
That was definitely Bill's fault. That was definitely
next
Tank's
week
fault.
it will be. Next week you guys can blame me for every tech issue because I will be producing the show. And given I've been doing live streams on All Minus One for 3 weeks now, you know how that goes. So I'm pretty boomer. I'm very boomer tech.
In my defense, Tank did start singing Hank Jr., and it is my natural reaction to run away from that whenever I hear it. So,
bro, you got to run towards it.
Oh God!
Hank Sr. run towards Hank Jr. Be wary. That's my.
He's got a few good songs. That admittedly is one of them. If the South would have won, we'd had it made. Kalijah, there's a couple good ones.
Keep going.
A couple good ones.
I don't listen to country music, but I've been exposed to it enough.
Kalijah, South would have won.
Give me that old time redneck country and screw the newer stuff. Is all I'm saying.
You like you like Randy Travis? 3 wooden crosses on the
yeah, man, you gotta have that. You gotta have that. No, I like rockabilly actually.
Oh, rockabilly's good.
Of course, you're almost 40. That's what almost 40-year-old people like is rockabilly.
Yeah, I like a lot of stuff. You're the one. You're the one who's on to the 80s synth wave and the.
I like Hank Williams Jr.
I like 80s synth wave too a little bit. Depending on what it
speaking of
is.
rockabilly, do you know about Hank III?
Yeah. Do you know his little brother Sam Williams is a country singer now?
I wouldn't doubt it.
He's doing some more like hipster kind of stuff. It's not terrible or anything, but it's a lot more acceptable than what Hank III's used to
well, they tried dressing up Hank Williams III. They tried dressing up like his granddaddy. They They had a bunch of his granddaddy's old friends go crowding around him, going
Liberty or death. Liberty or death in the chat says Hank the Third is superior. By the way, Liberty or death. I was watching Tim Pool's show last night, and someone gave him a super chat with that name, and my wife is like, "Is that the same Liberty or death?" You don't have to dox yourself right now, but fair question. Not like I never sent Tim Pool a super chat. I have.
So Hank the Third used to play in a band called Ass Jack, which was like, it was like kind of punk. And I'm not gonna dox myself, but I used to play in a band that was acquainted with some of those guys. So
you know, Hank Williams III has a shrine to Gigi Allen in his house.
Oh yeah. Yeah. dude is super like gutter punk.
Oh yeah. No, I got a soft spot for Hank III, man. I love Hank III.
But you don't like Hank Williams Jr.? You don't like Bo Cephas?
He's got some good stuff, but he went to, man, I'm a 90s kid, man. We are inherently anti-commercial. And
okay,
Hank Jr., are you ready for some football? Yeah.
But you were ready for some football. So but yeah, you're right. He was a lot more commercial than his dad for sure.
And his sons.
But really, he was less commercial than a lot of guys that came after him.
True. That is very true. He still had a little bit of the rebel in him. But like, he was a product of his time. And look, man, the conversation was good. You know, Kalijah, you know, like stuff like that. But man, I'll take I'll take Charlie Daniels any day.
Yeah, oh yeah, I love Charlie Daniels.
You know, I'll take Johnny Cash any day.
That's fair. That's fair.
Oh God, what was another one?
See, I'm a rocker, so you know.
Bill likes
stuff I don't even care about.
Bill likes Nickelback and Trapped.
Oh God.
And Saliva.
Don't tell me you like Nickelback, man. Come on now.
See, you see what I'm talking about with Tank? Tank just said he liked Nickelback.
Look at this photograph.
Which every song sounds exactly the same, and I didn't realize that Theory of a Dead Man was a different band for a long time.
You know,
I am not joking.
One of the things that Yiz always talks about is my significantly more successful MST3K channel, where I have simply collected the best quality MST3K episodes that I could possibly find and just threw it up on that channel. But one of the best jokes that those boys ever made was in the Twilight riff tracks. I think it was the last Twilight movie. I can't remember what they're called, but it was the last Twilight movie, and it was the intro to the last movie. And Mike is like, "Oh my God, this is a horrible Nickelback song." And Bill is like, "Actually, I don't think these guys are Nickelback." And Mike's like, "Wait, Nickelback's a band? I thought Nickelback was just a term that you used for a horribly bland, replaceable, unidentifiably bad music."
Oh my God. So speaking of MST3K, I didn't know this until the other day, but Nicki Minaj, for her video or her song, what is it? The one that rips off I like big butts and I can't lie, whatever it is, Anaconda. So there's a video for that where she's shaking her ass, of course. But then there's also a lyric video that has an MST3K reference in it.
Oh God.
Yeah, so it's just a visual thing, but she's on the video like a silhouette of her with the MST3 with Mike and the Bots, and they're like watching like the lyric video, and it's like, what the fuck? Like who the fuck threw a MST3K reference at a Nicki Minaj video? But you know, I appreciate it. It is what it is.
Yeah. I will always have a soft spot for Mystery Science Theater. I will always have my archive up. Always. I'm actually working on getting them downloaded onto BitChute and every other alternative media source to make sure that they are never gone. So
speaking of alternative media, Tank has figured out how to use locals. So pop
What?
over there. Yeah.
Tank
So
figured out how to do something. Tank,
yeah, I
you
did.
did something for the show, dude.
I did something. And
Wow.
so I'm thinking about doing this. I'll just throw this out there if anyone's interested. I'm thinking about taking all the guest interviews we've done and converting them just to audio tracks and putting them on locals for members only. So if people want to go in there and just listen to various interviews we've done in the past,
including the drunk streams.
Ooh, that would be good.
Oh, exclusive
Ooh.
locals for the drunk streams that you cannot
man.
access anymore.
Drunk streams are always fun.
Oh yeah,
no.
dude.
Ours were. We've not been able to have one that we could leave up on YouTube. So we may have to. Yeah, I might do that. Yeah, I might do that. Ooh. Yeah.
It's up to you guys. The audience, that is.
The shitty thing about locals is, a lot of the shit that you do, you have to be like subscribers or members or some shit. I tried to go in and set it at $0 a month so people could just be there, but the lowest they'll let me do it is $2 a month. I don't like asking for money. I don't like putting shit behind paywalls, but it looks like it's a pretty decent platform that may actually survive some of the shit. So
it's $2, folks.
Yeah. So I mean, Val Jean spent more than that in the Entropy chat tonight, so maybe she could save some money by just doing it that way. But
that's because she's trying to jump your bones, Tank.
Can you blame her?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a girl or gay, so. But if I was gay, you'd be my first choice, buddy.
Ain't that the real meaning of friendship? You know. look, man. I'm not gay.
Look, I just want to say I came straight from my daughter's graduation from a car, and we did not coordinate the red shirts tonight either. I honestly realized this. So we're not trying to be besties or bros. Like Tank and I only really talk when the show's coming on.
Yeah.
Most of the time. Sometimes we talk outside of the show, but yeah. But no, I mean, he's an all right guy, and if I was gay, yeah, sure, I'd give it to him. I just
put you this way: anytime I've ever went to a gay bar, I didn't have to buy my own drinks.
Oh Jesus!
But don't give out your email because you end up with a bunch of dick pics. Anyway,
Wes, your YouTube is your name, is it not?
Yep. And
okay.
I didn't want to say anything, but I am not Brother Augustine.
Oh, did I put that in there, man? I thought dude.
Who the guest is on the Ends Justify the Means.
Okay, so I want to point out that when I set up the stream, I put in Wes Wyleven.
No, it's in there. It's in the descriptions what he's talking about. But I didn't think I did that. I thought I had
Bill fucked it up.
Oh, shut your face.
Bill fucked it up.
You did your job in the first place.
If I did my job, you'd be bored.
So I just looked myself up on YouTube, and of course, the first thing, my channel is the first thing that comes up, followed by the second conversation that Don and I had. And then it's just, Yiz, you guys, the thing that's going on right now. And then just a bunch of Oozloo after that.
Well, I'm going to fix this right now, but all I did was I went to the last stream we did and just cut the thing out of the description and pasted it in, but I thought I didn't get Michael's crap. So I'm going to give you a sub from our channel right here. Look at you. Look at you with your big old 259 subs now.
Yeah. I got a lot of people waiting on the Star Trek stuff, unfortunately. And I do apologize for anyone who's looking forward to that. I just let my ribs heal, please. Because I mean, not saying anything against you guys, but talking like this is about all I can do right now.
Yeah. We appreciate it. Yeah.
I asked you to be on the show weeks ago, man, and I know you told me you had a car accident, so I get it.
Yeah, it's it happens sometimes, man. All
right. Well, your YouTube is about to go in the links. Thanks for saying. You should have said something earlier, man. I don't have any ego about me, so
I just noticed it.
Call it out where it is, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now your YouTube that has been saved should be in the description.
We should start putting Brother Augustine in as Wes.
I think that's a very, very different conversation there, Tank.
Uh-oh.
I am really disappointed with you guys and not pulling out this 11 subs I requested, though, because I demand it. And how dare you? How dare you?
You'll get them. Don't worry.
How
I know.
dare you?
I know, but it does help to ask because people come in, they forget, and we've seen it before. It's actually worked in real time. I've been like, hey, you want to get us to 200 or whatever it was the last time I asked for a bunch of subs, and it happened. I think it was a drunk stream though, so that's it's a whole nother thing. It's a whole nother level, but brother.
All right, well, that's probably a good place to cut it off. I got to piss again.
Well, I was about to cut it off, but I mean, do you want to close out, Tank? I'll let you close out the show. All right, Wes. Plug yourself real quick, Bob.
Do you want me to close it out? I
got it. Just plug yourself wherever you're at, Twitter, wherever else you did before. But do it again.
OnlyFans is the most important.
Yes. I was gonna make an OnlyFans where I only posted pictures of fans, like industrial fans, residential.
Yeah.
But then I found out that that's been done like 30,000 times, and I'm like, oh wow, I'm just unoriginal as hell, aren't I? So hey, what are you gonna do? But yeah, YouTube, Twitter, all that good stuff. Gonna be follow me on Twitter. It's probably I know it's normie shit, but it's the easiest and most accessible way to find me, and I am small enough that they haven't noticed me yet. Unfortunately, I can't say the same on Facebook. Facebook is very well aware of me because I had a very large following on Facebook before I started getting on YouTube with Oozloo and whatnot. And they yeeted the hell out of me. I am persona non grata on Facebook now. Yeah. But no, Discord. You could find me on Discord. I'm Wes Wyleven 9540. Yeah. And I'm going to be expanding into BitChute and Rumble and places like that as well, as soon as I start making my own content. And if you like Mystery Science Theater 3000, you could look up Zap Rousdower, ZAPP ROWSDOWER on YouTube as well for the best quality MST3K episodes from both science fiction, from both Sci-Fi Channel, Comedy Central, and KTMA episodes. Some episodes you can't even find on the official MST3K channel, and several of them are higher quality than what they have. Just saying. I'm just saying.
Well, there you go. I used to watch Mystery Science Theater quite a bit when I was a teen in high school. So
they're very, very rewatchable, and they're great stuff to have on in the background. That's why I'm just like, man, spread the love.
Before you go, Wes, what's your opinion on Farscape?
Oh, I love Farscape.
Oh my bro, I am a Fars.
Most science fiction, most I won't say modern science fiction because Discovery is an abortion, Picard's an abortion, the new Star Wars is an abortion. So those things are bad, but the Battlestar Galactica, the one from the 2000s and 2010s, that was amazing. There's a lot to talk about there because there is actually a very interesting relationship between that show and Star Trek Voyager. Of course, I love Star Trek. I love Farscape. I love Stargate SG-1, Atlantis, the movies, all that stuff. I mean, we're going through Stargate right now because I don't want to watch Star Trek until I start doing the show. So I just started watching Stargate with 30, 40 people, introducing it to them and stuff like that, or reliving it with people who have already seen it. And it's like, man, they do not make shows like this anymore. You can't. Yeah. And Stargate is another really good example of pure science fiction the way it's supposed to be, not to mention the puppeteering in Farscape is
that's great.
Did you know that pilot required 13 people to move?
Yeah, I did read that.
Yeah.
The only time in my adult life that I've been driven to violence was
Yeah.
a dude behind me in a community college class said he didn't like Farscape, and I almost beat his ass.
The level of emotion that they're able to get out of Pilot
Yeah,
is
he's one of my favorite
astounding.
characters. Yeah, he's great.
And that's a puppet. That is literally
Space.
a puppet.
Osis just mentioned Space Above and Beyond, and I barely remember that show.
Okay,
Space Above and Beyond.
next show is a sci-fi show. That's just how it's
I like Farscape though, and I watched Lex back in those days as well. Lex, which is a little different.
No, I tried showing Lex to a couple folks, and they were like, "What is this?"
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's a little different.
Is that the one
I
that's
was
like
still in my
softcore porn?
teens, and Lex was hot. So I mean, what are you gonna do?
Lex was the softcore porn like sci-fi show, right?
It wasn't softcore porn. It was heavily sexualized.
Yeah,
but it wasn't softcore porn.
She's basically bred to be a sex slave. So.
Well, no, you're thinking of you're thinking of what's her name? I can't think of the name, but the chick in it. God, I can't think of her name.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm
thinking of the girl in it, and you're right. I haven't seen it forever. Whereas Farscape, I go rewatch every now and again. So
yeah,
the Lex is a organic bug ship that can destroy planets.
Right, but the girl that's in it, that's the main character, is bred to basically be a prostitute. So
what is her name? Driving me crazy. But anyway. No, but obviously, the one thing that we haven't mentioned that always has to be mentioned in conversations about sci-fi is Babylon 5. Like,
I've only seen the first season. My wife's been trying to get me to watch it for years, but I like it all right. But I get like halfway through the first season and then I get distracted.
It's so good. You've got to just knuckle down and just watch it.
I like the guy who looks like Bruce Willis, but is not Bruce Willis.
Yeah, Captain Sheridan.
Yeah. He's
great. No, you probably it's a toss up. The guy who looks like Bruce Willis is either Captain Sheridan or Security Chief Garibaldi, because they kind of.
I think it's Garibaldi.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Yeah.
No, Deep Space Nine did not rip off Babylon 5.
Well, no, they didn't. They're very different shows. That was a hot take back in those days when those shows were out. So
the problem is that it has been proven time and time again that the creator of Babylon 5, the creator of Babylon 5 presented the concept to Paramount Pictures a year before the concept of Deep Space Nine was approved by Paramount Television. That is true, but those two are completely different companies operating with completely different hierarchies, and they do not communicate with each other. And there is no intermixing between the two.
Oh, Jerry Doyle was the actor, and he's dead. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's Garibaldi. Yeah, he died.
He was also a right libertarian political commentator. R.I.P.
Yeah, Babylon 5 will end in flames.
All right. Well, you guys went off on your rants, whatever. If you want to talk after the show, that's fine. I'm gonna get out of here. And I'm pretty sure Tank needs to get to bed soon too.
Yeah, I got my normie job.
He's got that coveted day job that he's trying to find another job to replace right now. So
yeah. Right now, I have a very important job of recovering red blood cells and mending bone. So
yeah,
I'm gonna do that.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely a very important job, and I feel like my wife's going to be having that here soon when she has the baby, and she's not the type to want to just relax for 2 weeks after having a baby. So we'll see how we handle that. Anyways, guys, we will get out of here. Tank has nothing. I'm not even going to ask him. He's scum. He's going down to the police tomorrow. He hasn't even gotten me the correct overlays for the show. Or are they in here? Are they in here?
They're all in here. They're all in here.
Okay.
You're good to go.
I'll figure it out. And if he gets a text from me while he's on vacation, he shall deal with it.
Oh,
Anyways,
boy.
guys, this has been the Ends Justify the Memes, and we appreciate you all watching. You can catch us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We have also been doing streams on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern. Not this week because Tank, he needs a vacation. He works so hard on this show, messing everything up constantly. He needs to get away. He needs to refresh. If you want to find me, you can find me, of course, here at the Ends Justify the Memes, but I also have another YouTube channel called All Minus One. If you are not subscribed, I've been live streaming there a lot recently. Been at it for about a year, have a large back catalog already because, like I said, I've been at it. So go check that out. Otherwise, thank you for watching. Once again, this has been the Ends Justify the Memes. And remember, the ends always justify those memes. Play the outro, buddy.
What the